All right, let's speak to someone who's no stranger to Zimbabwean politics, and that is Zimbabwean constitutional lawyer and former Minister of Finance, Tendai Biti. Mr. Biti, good evening to you, and thank you so much for your time. So it's been a couple of hours now, and listening to what all of you had to say a little earlier on, what else have you been able to gather around who was behind this particular fire and the exact reasons behind it?
Well, we have no doubt that the regime is responsible, not just for the arson and assault at Sapes, Dr. Mandaza's place, but also at the home of another constitutional defender, Mr. Gilbert Mbrende. The historical pattern of ZANU-PF is violence. The current class that are ruling us since 2017, remember, are the same class that led Gukura Hundi between 82 and 87, where 30,000 of our people were left dead. They're the same people who destroyed the urban areas in Zimbabwe in 2005 during Operation Mrambatsvina. They're the same people who killed hundreds of people during the land reform program and displaced over 1 million black people. They're the same people who unleashed violence in 2008 after Morgan Tsvangirai and the MDC has won. So this is their DNA, this is their fingerprints. They operate on a culture of entitlement, a culture of impunity. And what we saw today is brazen impunity by a desperate regime.
And when we were in conversation yesterday, we were speaking to the spokesperson for ZANU-PF. He says that they are, in fact, not afraid of taking this matter to a referendum, if needs be, because for them, they do believe that the majority, he says, and I'm quoting him, the majority of people in Zimbabwe are, in fact, backing this particular resolution for the current president to continue and extend his term in office.
That is a deluded, dishonest statement. The record of the current president in the 7 or 8 years that he has been in power has been a complete disaster. It has been so bad that if anyone were to resuscitate and revive Mugabe, Lazarus style, Zimbabweans would flog and flood Robert Mugabe. That has been how bad this regime is. As I'm talking to you right now, 79% of our people are living in extreme poverty. Over 4 million Zimbabweans are in the diaspora. Many of them are in South Africa there because of the economic implosion. There's massive unemployment of 95%. There's massive informalization of the economy of 70%. There's a rampant and blatant looting of resources. We are losing over 6 billion annually in corruption. Treasury and government has been the major site of massive looting. There's no power in Zimbabwe. There's no water in the urban areas. Our roads are broken down. There are potholes everywhere. So we're a blueprint of absolute failure, and the buck stops with Mr. Emerson Mnangagwa. So Zimbabweans are very angry. Zimbabweans are very disaffected. Zimbabweans don't want to see, they want to see the back of this man.
I suppose then you wouldn't agree with what the spokesperson of the ZANU-PF then told us yesterday, to say that they still want him to stay in power because he still has a lot more work to do and he has done a good job thus far, according to them.
Well, as I say, that is delusional. Look, in 2013, 3 million Zimbabweans approved a constitution in a referendum in March of 2013 that had term limits. And the reason for that important basic structure of the constitution was to stop abuse by a constitution, was the recognition that an individual, no matter how good or she is or he is, must come and go, and that there must be orderly, regular power transfer, notwithstanding the performance and the output of the incumbent. Yeah. So that on its own is a principle that Zimbabweans sold onto and bought onto after enduring 38 years of Mr. Mugabe's rule, and after enduring a period of instability due to ongoing succession battles.
Yeah.
Right now, we are in the vortex of another succession issue. We're in the vortex of a threat to amend the constitution. If Chris Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF think that they can go to a referendum, why then are the shenanigans? Because at the epicenter of the current shenanigans is an attempt to amend the constitution and remove term limits to benefit Mr. Mnangagwa without going to the two mandatory referendums that are obligatory in terms of Section 328 of our constitution.
In about 10 seconds before I let you go, what happens now? What becomes the next move of the opposition as you're trying to say you're defending the constitution?
I think today was important in that it laid the seeds for our reorganization and our renewal. So we are going to increase our local and international profile. We are going to increase our strategic programming, including mass mobilization, legal mobilization, international mobilization, and financial mobilization. So this is just the beginning.
All right, as the process unfolds, they will continue to talk to yourselves and even some of those, of course, the officials, in fact, who are part of this whole developing story. But thank you so much for chatting to us this evening. Appreciate your time. That was the Zimbabwean constitutional lawyer and former Minister of Finance, Tendai Biti, speaking to us about the latest as far as that fire. You saw it earlier on in Zimbabwe there, in that area where they were supposed, in fact, the building where they were supposed to be holding their press briefing a little earlier on in order to give their own take as to what, is going to be the way forward as far as the resolution by the ZANU-PF when it comes to extending the term of office of the current president is concerned.